An Armageddon alarm is coming to the UK and you can now study Taylor Swift at uni. Welcome to this week's edition of Bits for Your Brain. First up, let's talk about relationships, because did you know calling your bestie can actually help you stay healthy? According to new research, speaking to a loved one on the phone for just 12 minutes every day is just as important as getting your 5 a day. Basically, a quick catch-up gives you a nice spike in serotonin that can help you feel happier, less stressed, and more emotionally stable. So a check-in with your parents probably wouldn't hurt either.
Answer the phone.
Next, get ready because it's officially time for Short King Spring. A recent Bumble study found that 1 in 3 Gen Z singles are now more open to dating someone shorter than them and no longer feel someone needs to be a certain height for them to be interested. And we are very much here for it. Woo! It's also been a busy week in the tech world. The UK government is currently testing out a new Armageddon alarm. Luckily, it's not as scary as it sounds, and they'll basically just be sending out super loud alerts, complete with bright flashes and pop-ups, to thousands of phones. In the future, the alarms will be used to warn the public of any nearby dangers to life, but for now, it's all just a test. So don't worry, the world isn't ending just yet. In other tech news, would you want to live in a world without WhatsApp? A new online safety bill wants WhatsApp to lower its security to allow the UK government to scan messages for illegal content. But the owner of WhatsApp isn't on board, saying he'd rather we stopped using the app altogether than allow the government to lower its security measures. Just please don't make me say goodbye to my group chats.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
And is Spotify coming for TikTok? Spotify is redesigning its app with video in mind in an attempt to help us find more new music. The latest update includes a whole new homepage, allowing users to see recommended videos and other visual content. This all comes just days after the launch of their new personalized AI DJ, which can play curated tracks and introduce each song so you can almost feel like it's Saturday night. I mean, honestly, where do they even go from here? Okay, I've got some happy health news for you now, as scientists are feeling optimistic about a potential new treatment for endometriosis. Women of all ages are affected by endometriosis, with common symptoms including painful periods and difficulty getting pregnant. If successful, the new treatment would be the first non-hormonal, non-surgical treatment for endo in 40 years. It's being taken to a clinical trial including 100 women across the UK, so watch this space. Next up, have you ever struggled to recognize someone's face? If so, you could have something called prosopagnosia, also known as face blindness. It's thought around 2.5% of the population has the condition, with some even finding it hard to recognize their own reflection. It's something you can either be born with or develop later in life, and while there's no treatment, there are ways to manage it, with things like voices, hair colour and walking styles all playing a key part in recognizing someone. Okay, let's move on to careers, because great news, you can now study Taylor Swift at uni. Yeah, you heard that right. Stanford University is set to launch a 10-week deep dive into All Too Well, the 10-minute version of course, later this year. So this might seem a little wild, but it's actually not the first time it's been done, as universities in New York and Texas have both run courses like this before. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 plus grand in debt. And finally, meet Lewis FC, aka the first football team in the world to offer equal pay. Not only is everyone paid the same, but the men's and women's teams have access to the same budgets, equipment, and performance resources. They first brought this model in back in 2017, and considering this still isn't the norm, it's fair to say that Lewis FC is very much paving the way for equality in sport.
It's just amazing.
Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time for more Bits for Your Brain.